Hi, so I have this very simple FTP program that I'm going to go over the code real quick and demonstrate how it works. And mainly it consists of two parts. The first function is just to connect to the FTP server, and the second part is to take commands from the user. And whenever you initialize a program, it will ask for an FTP address, ask for a username, password, and then you'll get a welcome message that's encoded into every FTP server. What this code is able to do is change directory, get a file from the FTP server, put a file to the FTP server, list a directory on the remote file, list a directory on the local side that you're working with. In our case, that would be this file over here. And we'll be making a directory on the remote server, deleting one, and renaming one. And it's also able to exit. So whenever we initialize the command function, it will ask for an input, and the input should look something like this. Put somethingfile.txt. The first part is the command itself, and the second part is the file that you're working with, or the directory. And the easiest way to follow this code is through these commands. It will tell you what the next couple of lines will do, like this, over here. And yeah, whenever you take the command from the user, you split it into, it checks the first part of the list for the type of command that's taken from the user. Over here we have change directory, for example, and it will change a directory in the remote server. And we just have very simple error handling. But just to let you know that if anything goes wrong. And then we have get command for downloading files from the remote server to the local files, and ls for listing. It will just list the remote directory that you're currently sitting on. You have ls local, it will list the local file that you're working with, such as this one. And we have the put command, it will upload a file to the remote server. We have the make directory command. The way these next couple of commands work is they have two functions and a line to initialize them at the end. Firstly, they check whether the file you're trying to work with exists, and then they proceed accordingly. Yeah, for example, this one checks if you already have the directory that you're trying to connect. If you do, it will tell you that it already exists, but if you don't, it will create it and print out successfully created. And delete directory on the remote servers, again, works the same way. We'll check if it exists. If it doesn't, it will proceed accordingly. Rename, it allows you to rename a file or a directory on the remote server. And at the end you have exit. So let's demonstrate these commands and see if they work. First we have to connect, and the FTP server we're connecting to is called Drive HQ. It works pretty well. We'll ask for username and password. So in order to use that server, you need to sign up first. And let's do the get command first. Let's find a file to download. Well, I tested these first, so let's delete them. And let's try to get this 333.txt file, and let's check the contents of the file to make sure we get the same thing. And get 333.txt. And the thing with these commands is if you don't type the type of the file, it doesn't work. So keep that in mind. And the file successfully downloaded. Let's see if that's the case. And yeah, it's over here. Let's check the contents. The same 333. Now let's do put command. Let's do this one first. I was just testing out the code before launching the video. So I should have a file set up to upload. I'll try to upload this file to put. So put file to put.txt. And successfully uploaded. Let's see if that's the case. Yep, so we're here. Now let's rename that file we just uploaded. Rename file to put.txt to file already loaded .txt. Directory exists, renaming it. Let's see if the name changes. And it does. Good, it works. Now let's make a directory. Make directory. Let's call it new directory. Successfully created. Let's refresh the page to see. And yes, it works. Now what we need to test is delete directory. Let's delete the one that we just created, which doesn't contain anything. Let's see if that was successful. Let's see what was wrong. So the problem with deleting a directory was the server doesn't let you delete a directory right after uploading a new one. So you need to sign in again, log into your account one more time to be able to delete. For some reason, it just doesn't let you. And okay, the next command to test is cd. Change directory. Let's find a directory to go to www.home. And yep, we'll go to that directory and print out what's inside. And it's a match. So next one to test is listing a directory. So we'll just list the directory we're already in one more time. Yep. And I think the last one is lslocal, which will list the directory that we're working with on the local side. In our case, it'll be this file. Let's see. And I think it's a match. And it is. Right. So that's all that this program can do. Let's exit. Thank you for listening, and I hope that was helpful.